Hello everyone and welcome back to Rave Green TV, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my reaction to the Seattle Sounders schedule fixture list for the 2024 MLS regular season. We have it right in front of me for you all. I just kind of want to go through it, give you guys my reactions. What are your guys' thoughts on it? Because it's an interesting schedule. Unfortunately, we aren't playing Inter Miami, which was the very first thing I think me and many other Sounders fans immediately looked at when this schedule dropped, because who would have loved to have not seen Messi playing against the Sounders in Seattle at Lumen Field in a competitive setting? But nonetheless, I wanted to go through. This will be a pretty short video. It's just going to be my raw reactions to it, kind of my thoughts for certain matches, pinpointing what are some of the key matches throughout next season. Obviously, we will do more deep dives once the season starts for the specific matches, the usual shebang on this channel. But for this video, we're going to just brisk through everything and just kind of look at the schedule, things to be excited about for next season. And when looking at our first match, we will not be playing at home. We will be playing against the team that our season just ended against in LAFC, but in LA. I really, really like this matchup because there's going to be a lot of indicators for me right from the get-go, I think, from this match. I know you guys might be a little bit surprised to hear that, but it's genuinely the truth. We've never been LAFC in LA. We've tied once, I think lost like 6 times, I want to say now. We have never won there, and we haven't beaten them in a while. And I think if we can come out of this game with not losing, especially if we win, I think this could be a good turning point, a good way for all of us to see, is this a different Sounders team to years past? I don't want us to go into the game against LAFC being like, if we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. No, they knocked us out in the playoffs last year. This would be a huge opportunity of redemption and just kind of telling everyone in MLS, Seattle's back. I mean, as well, this is going to be the new season with the new logo. I mean, it's a statement opportunity for this team. It's a statement for Schmetzer. It's a statement for Weibel. It's a statement for the players to be like, hey, this season, we are out to be serial killers. We ain't laughing about anymore. We're not going to be this up and down team with our inconsistencies. I think this could be a good opportunity for that. And I'm going to try my absolute hardest to go to this game, to be at this match, because I think I can feel it in my jellies that we have a good opportunity to finally beat LAFC in LA in the MLS regular season. Then moving on, we play Austin at home for our first home match of the season. So our home opener will be this game. And then we play away at Philly. And I kind of like that because we haven't played the Union in, I don't know, guys. It's been a long time since we last played the Union. So that's cool. But the issue is, dude, looking at these first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches, it's a tough start to the season. Very tough. The only match I would say should be a guaranteed win is this one. I'm scared to play Austin because we have been so madly inconsistent against them. Last year, they beat us in Seattle. Granted, we have had a good record against them in Austin. I don't think we've actually ever lost to them in Austin, but they did beat us last year. So this is a very tough stretch, and it's kind of cool. As I said, it's cool that we play the Union. It just sucks. No Inter Miami, man. Damn. I really would have liked to have seen it. And it's kind of disappointing if you guys didn't know. The closest MLS team that will be playing Miami that's closest to Seattle is the Whitecaps. And I think me and my friends are already dead set on going to Vancouver for that game. That's a total side note. But I guess if you guys care, for some of the away games I would be interested in going to is this LAFC game, like 1010%, this Philly game, and then most likely the 2 away games against Portland. But we'll get onto that as time goes on. And then, of course, even though it's not Sounders related, the game on May 27th, Vancouver Whitecaps versus Inter Miami, would be one that I think I'm going to try to go to, but it's not the end of the world. If it's way too expensive, I'm not going to bother. Moving on. This is a little bit easier of a slate of games for us. I mean, this needs to be like a clean sweep in April, in my opinion. Then we go to May. This one's going to be a little bit more of a tougher stretch. Portland, this is going to be the first Portland Sounders rivalry match of the season. We don't ever win in Salt Lake. Could it be different this year? Vancouver at home. Again, we have been so up and down against Vancouver the past couple of years. St. Louis away. We actually have a good record against St. Louis. And then Arsenal again at home. This one's going to be trickier. But April, I don't know if it's just me. I think April should be a good place where Sounders should be getting a bunch of wins and moving up in the standings if they're not already up there at that point. June, holy macaroni. This is a tough one. Away in Columbus, away in Kansas City, home to Minnesota, away to Houston, home to Dallas, home to Chicago. We haven't played Chicago since in Seattle, I want to say 2020. I don't remember the last time we played Chicago here in Seattle. It's been a long time. That home opener in 2020, that was actually a pretty good game in my opinion. July, we played home to New England. We haven't played New England in a while, again, to my knowledge. Away to Austin, home to St. Louis, home to LAFC. Honestly, July should be pretty, like, we should be stacking points in this one, honestly. I think we could. This could be 4 possible wins. Cool thing is, the July 20th game is on my birthday, and I think it's funny it's against LAFC because if you guys, like, didn't know or do know, I mean, LAC fans don't really like me, to put it very frank and very nice. So it'd be kind of cool on my birthday to see us beat LAFC at home. Obviously, I want us to still like beat them in this one. Imagine the scenes if we clean sweep LAFC. I would love to see it. August, we play away to Minnesota, again, away to Portland. Ooh, September, all home matches. This needs to be 9 points. This needs to be a clean sweep as well. Honestly, this should be 15 points. I really do believe it. This needs to be a good stretch from us. October, on decision day. This is probably the most interesting match of them all, is Seattle doesn't play Portland at home till the last game of the season. That's such a long wait for fans. And I think it's going to be a little bit interesting to see Seattle, Portland in Seattle won't be to the last game of the season. They really push it off. I mean, on decision day, adding a little bit of extra nerves to it, because for all we know, Seattle and Portland could match up in the playoffs. This could be it could be also a match where Portland might not be in a playoff spot and Seattle are, and this match rides on Seattle's placement or maybe just making the playoffs, vice versa. There's a lot of factors that go into it because let's say, in hypothetically, Portland confirmed will not be playing in the playoffs. They miss out on the playoffs, but Seattle are maybe like a 6th to 4th place team, and they need this win to jump up or to have confirmation of making the playoffs. Unlike it, they play like a San Jose or like a Colorado or like a team like that where they're not in the playoffs. Again, this is very hypothetical. They're not in the playoffs. They come to Seattle, play us on decision day. Yeah, it doesn't have much pressure. But Portland and their fans and all of that external stuff will play a part in, oh, let's get this dub against Seattle and jeopardize their possible playoff run, start them off with the L and whatnot. So it adds a lot more to it. I mean, again, a lot more marketing from MLS to add more oomph, add more juice to these Portland Seattle games. But the fact it's the last game of the season where we will see Seattle play against Portland, I think kind of sucks a little bit. The first 2 games will be in Portland, but all in all, schedule is pretty decent. No Inter Miami, sadly. It's a shame. I would have loved to have seen us play them. Big games I would be looking at, obviously, first game of the season in LA. That's a big one in my opinion. Next one will be the first Seattle-Portland match, which would be here in May. Because again, I think it's important that we finally get a win against Portland, as it's been now 3 years, especially the game on decision day. I think it'll be interesting in June to see how we play against the defending champions in Columbus. And then the game on July 20th against LAFC. The game in August, we do have fond memories of playing Portland in August in this match. If you know, you know. And then this one is the big one, of course. Seattle against Portland on MLS decision day. But boys and girls, as I've already mentioned, this is a very short video. Just kind of want to give you guys my reactions, get your guys' thoughts on what your guys' opinions are with our schedule that's been released for next season. Obviously, a lot more content. We have that Christmas Eve 1K special Q&A. I know I keep hyping it up. It's not like an insane video, but that will be the next video out on Christmas Eve. Boys and girls, make sure to smash the like button on today's video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me know which fixture are you guys looking forward to most. Will you guys go to Vancouver on May 25th for the Whitecaps versus Inter Miami game to see Messi? Let me know all your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. And I hope you all have a lovely day.